on your blog and why it matters. Does it actually matter? Hey guys, this is Kathy and welcome back to Blogging with Kathy. So what we're going to do with today's episode is we will be discussing how to get people to stay on your blog and why it matters. Does it actually matter? Of course, we want people to stay on our site, read all the articles that we wrote, and just have them engage, comment. But how do we do that? That's what we're here for, and hopefully one of the tips that I will be giving you will actually help you out. And if it does, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all at Miss Kathy Kenny. And for YouTube, just hit the button here below, ring the bell. I would love to have you guys subscribe and learn more from me. I'm not an expert, as I've always said, but I have been doing this for about 13 years now, so I have a little bit of information, and if it helps one person, then this video is all worth it. So let's start. Okay, a lot of people have really problematic bounce rate, and this is always a question that I get. How come your bounce rate is so low? Because about 2 years ago, on my 11th year of blogging, my bounce rate was only at 4.84%, which was really apparently a good thing. Now, my site got hacked, my bounce rate kind of went crazy, but I'm slowly working on it, and that's actually the beauty of this. We can work on our bounce rates together. So I've asked a lot of experts. I was lucky enough to speak to some of the really good bloggers out there, not just in the Philippines but in the US and other countries. And here are some of the tips that they have shared with me. Are you guys ready? If you are, get a pen, comment below, ready, so that we know you guys are actually watching this and learning from it. So first, readability. Now, you see a lot of websites where you scroll and you just see chunks and chunks and chunks of text. Most of the time, you just don't want to read it anymore. There are very people like me who actually love to read. Most people simply scan, and if they see huge amounts of text, that's it. Please don't mind this, by the way. I swatched a couple of lipsticks earlier. So make sure that your content is readable. What does readable mean? It means that when you write, stick to 2 to 3 sentences. Make sure that your words are simple, not highfalutin. Again, you are trying to reach a wider set of audience. Not just the experts, though that would be a good thing, but most of the people who go to your site, they just want to read and learn something. They don't want to have to go to the dictionary, look up words on Google. They want to read, they want to understand, and they want to do it in a snap. So your content has to be readable. You can also go to a website and check how readable your blog is so that you have an idea. My site apparently can be read by a 12 to 14-year-old without any problem, and that's what you need to aim for. Second tip that we have, no pop-ups. No pop-up. There are sites like that, right? I'm sure you've seen it. I've experienced it, and the moment I see a website that has like pop-up, I lose interest. I just don't want to read it anymore because I think, oh no, I have to click on so many things. What if there's a virus? What if it's an ad? What if it just spams me? And I don't want that. Your readers don't want that. You don't want that, definitely. So make sure you don't have pop-ups, but have a CTA. It's call to action. Let people know how they can get in touch with you. Let people know what you want them to do on your site. Do you want them to subscribe? Do you want them to follow you? Do you want them to comment? You can put that in your sidebar. Okay, you can put that in your sidebar. Make sure it can be easily seen. Your call to action box, it needs to be seen within 3 seconds, because you know how people are. Their attention span, not so long anymore. Before it was 15 minutes, now it's 15 seconds. So make sure it can be seen immediately, but no pop-ups. Just no. Third tip, you have to keep your site fresh with the right content. What does the right content mean? People will not read press release after press release after press release. Do not mind that noise. They won't. They just won't. They'll know actually if it's a press release because the tone of your articles will vary one from the other because you didn't write these things. You want to keep them on your site, reading your words, your story, your articles. So make sure you always have something fresh. Now, if you have nothing to say, why are you even blogging? Seriously. So I'm sure as a blogger, as someone who writes articles, you have a lot to say. So say something. Say something that your readers can relate to. Say something that they will remember. Say something that they want to read about. Share to other people. Make it funny. Make it convincing. But most of all, make it authentic. Your content has to be fresh and it has to be authentic. When you do those things, you will earn the trust of your readers, and then they will feel free, they will share your content to other people without you asking for it. That's how you actually go viral. Somebody relates to it, tags someone, that person tags someone, so on and so forth. Then you have people staying on your site, reading other things on your site. Fourth tip, and this is very, very important. If you're not yet doing this, I suggest you do it later, immediately. Interlinking. Okay, what does interlinking mean? Ano yun? Interlinking is simply linking down all your previous articles. Okay, not all, relevant previous articles to the one that you're writing right now. So for example, if you go to my site and you check on Money Matters, where I share financial inspiration, motivation, and tips, you will see that I will talk about something, and then I will mention that I actually also wrote about 5 ways to save money, ways to save money this 2019, and it will all be in one article, and it will all be linked. The reason for that is, if a reader goes to your site, it means they're interested. There was something that got their attention. Now, to make them stay on your site, you give them other options. Now, you don't just link other websites because then they leave your site. You want them to stay on your site. So you interlink your previous articles that may be relevant to what you are currently writing about. Get it? If you didn't understand that, let me know so I can further explain in the future. But I will also be linking an article that I will be writing about this with far more details. So make sure to also go to my blog. It's www.lifeiskullayful.com. Okay, for our final tip, yes, this is already the 5th one, and I hope that you learned something from the 1st to the 4th one. Our final tip is all about keywords. Yes, keywords actually matter when you want people to stay on your site. Why? When you write an article that is of interest to them, most likely they will go and then visit your site. If you write something beneficial regarding the keyword, for example, ASUS phones and how they can make your life better, people click on that, they will check, and then they will see, oh, she has tips. And on the tips that you have, if you have previous articles, then they will stay more and more. And if your keyword is high in the Google search, more people will go to your site, more visibility, increase engagement, increase views, increase traffic. It's a win-win situation. It's very important that people know this. You can't just expect people to go to your website, not read anything, leave. You don't want people to go to your website, not engage. You want them to leave a comment. I don't know about you guys, I still feel really, really happy when people comment on my site. I'm like, I'm gonna reply. And also, that's very important. You need to reply to people when they actually engage with you. Nobody likes the feeling of leaving a comment and not getting any responses. And if you get to the point where there's just too many comments, be happy, be grateful. Reply to every single one. This is something that I did not do before, and now I'm making sure that every comment that I get on my blog, I respond. I make sure that I reply to them, I acknowledge them, I appreciate them. This is actually how you get people to stay on your site for a very... Okay, so let's just go ahead and do a quick recap of all the 5 tips that we shared with you. So again, first one is readability. Make sure that your content is readable, bite-sized, and easy to understand. Okay? The second one is all about not having pop-ups. No pop-ups. Just no pop-ups, yes to CTA. Okay? Third one, fresh content. You always need to have something new. When people go back to your site, there has to be something new. That makes them want to stay. That makes them want to go back. That makes them want to share your site. Now the fourth one, interlinking. Okay? You need to link to previous posts. You need to link a previous post that went really viral or got a lot of views. You want people clicking and staying on your site over and over and over again. And then the last one, that's all about the keywords. You need to check, and you can do that with Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Okay? So that's Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Now don't worry, all of this will be in the description box below. All the links that you need, because again, I just want to help you guys out. And if it helps someone, then this is worth it. Okay? And if it does help you, please feel free to subscribe, follow me, share the news, share the word. I would love to have a lot more engagement. And if you have questions, leave it down below. I promise I will answer. Bye guys! Okay, so let's just do the